When content is isolated on its own layer, one of the many things you can do to it is change its size. It's one of a group of things you can do to a layer that are collectively known as transforming a layer. In this movie, we'll walk through how to change the size of a layer and a few other ways to transform a layer, including flipping it horizontally and rotating it. We'll work with the blue butterfly that's on its own layer in this image. The first step in resizing this butterfly is to select its layer. So go to the Layers panel and select the blue butterfly layer. Next, we'll put the blue butterfly layer into a protective container called a smart object. Too much transforming can degrade image quality, but a smart object can keep that from happening. So right-click or control-click on the blue butterfly layer and choose Convert to Smart Object. Now there is a small badge on the bottom of the little thumbnail picture on this layer that tells you it's a smart object. And we know that that means the blue butterfly is going to look great no matter how much we transform it. Next, you can go up to the Edit menu and choose Edit and Free Transform, or you can just use the keyboard shortcut Command-T on a Mac or Control-T on Windows. Either way, that puts you into a special mode called Transform Mode, where we won't be able to do much else to the blue butterfly layer until we've completed the transforming. There's now a blue box around the butterfly in the image, and that identifies the content that we're transforming. Transforming affects everything on a layer, not just one object. So if there were more butterflies on this layer, they would be included too. Do you see the little white squares on the border? Those are handles that you can use to resize the content of this layer. Click on any handle. I'm going to use the bottom left corner handle and drag inward to make this butterfly smaller. You can also move content you're transforming. To try that, click inside the transform border and drag a little bit to the right to move the butterfly. Often, resizing and moving the resized layer to a new location are all that you'll want to do. So at this point, you could exit transform mode, as I'll show you how to do in a minute. But as long as we're in transform mode, let's do a couple other transforms to this butterfly. Flipping the content of a layer horizontally or vertically is a transform that's popular, particularly when someone is building a design or a photo composite. To flip this butterfly so it's facing to the right rather than to the left, we'll use the Flip Horizontal command. And since we're already in transform mode, because we chose Free Transform, we don't have to go up to the Edit menu, find the Transform menu, and find Flip Horizontal. We can just right-click or control-click on the blue butterfly, and a menu pops up from which we can choose Flip Horizontal. And that's all we needed to do to flip the butterfly so it's facing right instead of left. If you'd like to rotate the butterfly too, move your cursor outside any of the corner anchor points until it changes to a double-pointed curved arrow, and then drag up or down. There's one more thing to do, and that is to commit the transforms we've made. You can do that by either pressing Enter or Return on the keyboard, or clicking the check mark in the options bar. When you commit a transform, that takes you out of transform mode, and you're back doing anything you want to a layer. Great. So to recap, we converted the blue butterfly layer to a smart object to protect its content while transforming it. Then we chose Free Transform to enter transform mode. We resized, flipped, and rotated all the content on the butterfly layer, the blue butterfly, and we committed the transform. Being able to transform just part of an image is the power of layers. I hope it gave you a sense of the creative power that you have over any content that's isolated on its own layer.